Recently, I started reading a book which is written by Robin Sharma, and the name of the book is 5am Club, which is very popular book, and millions of copies of that book were sold out. Robin Sharma is a very interesting writer who writes books about regarding self help and uh, and lots of self help related subjects. He is a great life coach, definitely. So when I was reading that book, without intending to internalize the lessons of that book, I have developed a very odd habit, and I'm usually up around 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning, even though sometimes I do not set an alarm, but still I'm up early in the morning. And when I was going through that book, even at that time, I used to be a night owl, and I have always been a night owl. And this has been a very recent change in my life, and which is very positive, because when we are rising early, then we are able to get ready for our work, for our rest of the day, in a very positive in a positive way, and being more energetic and efficient. So having gone through that book without intending to internalize those lessons from that book, it has started impacting my life, and I would not be complaining that it is a negative impact, but rather a positive impact. So that has been very positive. And additionally, Robin Sharma in that book prescribes a very detailed day routine for anyone who wants to change their life, how they have to wake up at around 5 and do some exercise, and afterwards some meditation, and following meditation we need to do some plan for the rest of the day, and preparing ahead of starting our week. So that is interesting, and uh, very interesting book which is worth reading, and it is highly recommended. I would also be looking forward to your suggestions, recommendations that you have, and especially want to seek your ideas and feedback. Have you also read any book recently which has impacted your life without you intending to internalize those lessons? Please, if you have come across, that would be interesting to share those lessons. And if you have any counter narrative, counter perspective for the sake of debate, that will also be interesting to have the counter narrative, counter perspective. So please do share those lessons if you have come across such situations. Either they have happened with yourself, or you know someone whose life has changed because of reading those books. Um, I have also developed a very strange habit of reading every single day after having gone through that book. And if you can see in my background, uh, there are lots of books that I have to read through, and I am aiming to read plenty of books around this year, which can add more value in my life. Reading is really very important. It's not just reading, learning the experiences, ideas of other people, but also uh, it can help in a number of ways where we can improve our language communication skills, and also reshape our thinking patterns, thought processes. So it's really important. If And one of the, I would also be mentioning, when I used to be in Glasgow, I used to work um, is a customer service manager. So lots of my colleagues whom I used to work with, all of them, are at least majority of them, were very interesting individuals. Some of them were avid readers and they used to read books like anything, and they were absolutely voracious readers. They had like tons and tons of books. They used to exchange books with each other. They used to gift each other books on special occasions if there's a birthday. I can still recall when I used to work at West Nile in Glasgow. So one of my manager had birthday, and one of colleague has gifted had gifted him uh, Spear, which was recently launched book at that time, which is written by Prince Harry, and it was talk of the town at that time, and everyone was keenly interested to read that book. So yeah, and this story, that was the thought I was trying to process, and that is interesting and worth pondering development that I have experienced myself. So yeah, uh, that book is really book reading is one of the best habits we can develop, which can help not just in our personal life but also in terms of professional life. And if anybody asks me, I am all the time suggesting, recommending, urging people to start reading books and share knowledge, ideas. And I'm not a good reader. I'm a very extremely lazy reader. But now I want to develop this habit, and which is worth investing time, effort, and energy, something that we will never ever be regretting in our life. Also, interestingly, you might have noticed that people who are good readers, they are very deep thinkers. Their knowledge is vast. Their ideas are well organized and well structured. When they are speaking, they they are making perfect sense, and they are also more empathetic. And people including like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, they are very good readers. They read books every single time, and not sure whether that is true or not. But I came across a certain fact regarding Bill Gates, that Bill Gates, for around a week or so, takes a break from work, where he disappears from social media, and he just takes his books, food, and spends time in solitude, where he is reading those books and reflecting reflecting on the issues, situations, circumstances around him. And and those might be the reasons for those creative individuals who are coming coming across brilliant ideas which are changing and shaping the world around them. And for that reason, that was one of my motivation and inspiration, that I need to follow the footsteps of those individuals who are worth inspiring, and that is the reason they have created a lasting impact in the world. And Steve Jobs, Steve Jobs is not here in this world, but he rose from ashes. He rose from ashes. I don't know whether that would be appropriate phrase to use or not, but yeah, there is something in other words, I should be using he rose from scratch